Now looking at round 3, heat number 11. It features Hawaii's John Florence and Brazilian rookie Caio Abelli, all looking for a spot in that final heat of round 4. Started off as a specialty event in '62, then Rip Pro came on board in the early '70s. This is Caio Abelli now. Foam climb snap to start. Big windup. Attacking the lip with that forehand hook now, and he'll rebound off the whitewater. Caio just flowing through his points. Nice controlled tempo. Now down the line, end section approaching, and a solid vertical slide off the top. And he'll fade out, so Caio Abelli starts with the lead over John Florence.
That number 1 in the red is first priority. The 2 blue is second priority. The green slash across the top means there's more than 5 minutes remaining.
Glass. He'll have Gabriel Medina coming up next. Here's John. Florence with some speed. He's got a rampy section. Floats through it. Deep off the bottom. Layback. Hack off the top. Spray still coming down out the back. Knifes the whitewater section. And the man from the North Shore of Oahu's got an easy rhythm. Finding a lot of momentum into his finishing section. He'll ride out. A beautiful start from John. Looking at this wave from start to finish, where did this wave really start exciting you, Potts?
Well, I think from right there, just the speed and projection that he got off in there, and he just did that. I mean, you know, it's hard to explain really how that's done. I mean, you've got to be a freakish talent like John is. But he said he's riding a board that he rode on the North Shore this winter. He said it's working well here at Bells Beach, so he's comfortable in that respect. And that wave that he caught, just one of those perfect little waves, nice and clean on the face, but look at the damage that he did. I mean, that is just throwing huge amounts of water into the sky. That just shows how much power John's putting in. He's coming down to the bottom turn, water's still coming down out of the heavens, so that wave is on its way to Geelong Hospital.
He's going to be in the lead with a 7.67 on his opener. Ibelli now needs a 2.51 to get an answer back. John had more time on that wave, but definitely blitzed it as we see Florence checking out this next opportunity.
Ooh.
Priority will be with Caio now.
Throws priority away right there.
With power as well, so he has a game plan right now to answer back. Here comes the rookie. Right into a bottom turn, a chunky whitewater section. He stays on his feet. He's got a little bit more speed. Now out in front, sets that rail. Front side cutback for Ibelli. Little setup top turn, already into his finish. Nice casual snap off the top.
There you go. That's the change of board that I was expecting. So Caio's going to have to make his way in on his own.
Last wave is now in the replay. Let's check this out.
Yeah, we talk about that bump and lump. You know, you need that board to react in that quick transition. Nice little opening maneuver, gets caught behind the section a little bit. Now he just gets out on that open face. Transition turn, and this is where it stands up again. He's got to react. He's got to get something special. Little check turn there. Now, just a mid-face turn to finish off that. And here we see that. Let's change it. Let's change it. But then went back out. So a little bit confused right there. 5.57 on that last roll of the dice for Caio, which puts him in the lead. But John, he only needs a 3.07.
So now looking to take on this wave is the winner of the Eddie Aikau event this season, John Florence, frontside wrap. Beautiful rail work, keeping that high line off the top of the wave. Just a quick fade to set up this inside track. It's given him a little bit more room now. A little bit of whitewater approaching off the lip. Late jam under the lip there, and he'll float the inside corner. A lot of different types of maneuvers.
John takes off on a smaller one. You can see the waves he's looking for, Joe. He's not looking for those big ones. He wants those clean, open faces that allow him that nice, clean, smooth surfing that he's producing right now. I love the way he just cruises along, and then all of a sudden he'll just unleash something crazy. Right here, you can see him just waiting, and then watch this turn right here. Jams it in the pocket. A lot of weight on that back foot there. John showing some pizzazz. Nice variety. Judges are going to like that. 3.07 required. He'll move back into the lead.
In 2002, it was an all-Hawaiian final with Andy taking out one of his good friends, Sonny Garcia. Garcia had so much dominance on this event. Florence, with that lead back, will now see Caio Abelli look for a 7.44 here. layback rip off the top. A lot of chatter off the bottom turn, but he irons it out off the top with that top turn cutback. Clean drive, and he'll just style his way through the end section and step off. Let's check out his last wave to see if we'll get the score here.
Well, he's looking for a 7.44. A tricky wave to ride, but geez, he got a good turn right there. Laying back into it. You can see how bumpy it is off the bottom. Caio literally driving through that chop, that white water right there, trying to look for one more. Didn't quite fit it in. So scores dropping for Caio Ibelli. 3 solid turns, Joe, and have a look at that score.
A 7.67 for Caio, takes the lead off of John Florence.
Looks like Caio up and riding. John, a little too deep right there.
So Caio, after the board change, is already swinging again on a big set. A huge foam climb snap under the priority of Florence. Now a casual carve. This wave bending out to sea a bit. Now he's got a whitewater section to throw a big top turn. Deep off the bottom again, and lets go a bit more on the finish, but he can't hang on. Abelli looking to improve on a 5.57 to strengthen his lead. And just the luck with the timing, getting dropped off right into a set wave. Now John Florence needs to come back here. Rips a first turn under the lip. A lot of foam on the face of this wave from the previous set. He'll stall. Now he's looking for something major. He's got a lot of momentum. Big off the bottom and a layback hack to finish.
John, let's have a look at his wave. Very similar to Caio Ibelli's last good score. A lot of white water on the face. John connecting nicely with that first turn. Out on the open face, just drawing back, waiting for it to stand up. Now he hits the brakes. You can see him stepping on that tail pad, getting his foot in the right place. He needs something special here. Lays into it nicely there, comes out nice and clean. Let's have a look at the slow-mo here. You can see that back foot. Look how far back it is. And John just hooks in nicely there. Perfect positioning, perfect timing. He had all his weight over that back foot. Then as he comes down the face of the wave, leans forward. Make sure he comes out of that with a lot of speed. I think John's going to...
As the judges are asking for a replay now.
Well, yeah, this is a replay of his opening wave. This was John's... No, I think that was at 5.33. So it's in that same ballpark that he's looking for. Caio's 7.67 here. Let's have a look. Very similar looking wave to John's last one. Nice opening turn though. Really connected with that first section. Drew off the bottom. Nice sort of rotation there. Nice clean surfing from Caio on a very tricky wave. So 3 solid maneuvers. Didn't quite get that radical finish that he was looking for though. So what the judges are thinking is that this is going to come in very similar to score than Caio's opening, or Caio's best wave, I should say.
We're back to live. Pin drift off the top for Florence on a solid set. Now he's out front. That's a setup wrap, but he's got a wall that's starting to line up through the inside track. Deep off the bottom, laid back, blow tail. He's down. Next wave will set up for Caio Ibelli now, and Ibelli's in a position where he needs an answer. Since John just took the lead with his last score of a 7.83, Abelli will now float the finish. And he likes it. Throwing up a couple of claims as he wants his lead back.
He comes off the bottom, straight up through the lip right there for the young Brazilian. Just milking it through. Now he opens up again. Opens those shoulders, gets that board back around. Nice clean surfing for Caio. And finishes with a critical foam climb drop right there. I think the bulk of those points, Joe, will be coming from that first turn. We haven't seen a lot of vertical stuff, but that was definitely, in my eyes, it was up there. It's going to be a good score. It's going to rival that 7.83 that's required. 2 minutes 45 to go.
But
watch this first turn. It's a vertical climb right there. Beautiful swooping maneuver. So far, that's kind of what you got to do at Bells, and then you got to finish strong. So 3 solid turns up until this point, and then finished off like this. So 4 big committed turns from Caio with 2 minutes remaining. Are we going to see another lead change?
And we're going to see the judges go back to the 7.67 that Caio had before.
Yeah, you know what? Looking at this wave now, I think the one he just got was better. You know, had cleaner face. It was a radical maneuver in the beginning. He finished off with a big floater. You know, if you're looking at that 7.67, and this is John's one, that's exactly what you said. Caio's waves, bigger, John, a little bit more active, a little bit more aggressive. This turn right here, jamming it in the pocket. So we've got a very similar situation, like I said, to last year's final, whereas De Souza was on the good waves as Caio has, but then Mick surfed better on his waves that weren't quite as good. I mean, it's apples and oranges, but it's gonna come out very similar points, both with a 7.67. This is John's 7.83. Nice opening maneuver right there. This heat comes to an end, so it's in the judge's hands. Now he's waiting for a little bit of downtime on this one compared to Caio's, but finished amazing. I mean, look at that turn right there from John. Wow.
So you can see the big difference there, and then this was the last of Caio Abelli.
All right, what's this first turn? This is where it's all going to come from. Straight up vertical turn, which was what was missing on those other ones. Nice big swooping maneuver. And then he gets another one too. So 3 turns right here, nice swooping turn, and then finished off critical right there with the foam floater, tail tapping drop. Wow.
But when you look at scores come in now, the judges have just made their decision. It's a 7.87. Caio Abelli takes the lead off John Florence on that final wave.
I said it was going to come probably in on that number 7.83 that was quoted. 7.87.
And now having a way to fight back against one of the best surfers in the world. It's a 15.54 total to a 15.5 decision from the panel.